No Vining right now, but hey, she'll be back tomorrow. 9:06. I am Richard Dixon. This is Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com. February 11th of 2026. We have got ourselves a clearing day as time goes by. Going to be nice this afternoon. Dry, 62 for a high. Tomorrow, sunny and 63. Friday, partly cloudy and 65. Rain moves in over the weekend. And you can enjoy a little bit of that from the inside. Just inside looking out, baby. President's Day weekend. Might have 3 days. Some people do. I do. Steve does. Excited about that. It's going to be nice.
It's going to get hard to go back to 5 days a week after having 3 straight weeks of having Monday off.
I was going to say, I mentioned that to Valerie while you were gone. I said, this guy's a genius. He's figured out how to get 3 Mondays in a row off.
Well, and truth be told, the whole President's Day thing was unexpected.
It was, wasn't it?
It was kind of thrown on me last week. By the way, we need a best of.
That's
we
right.
do? For what?
President's Day. Get on it, man. That's why it's not that much of a vacation. It's a vacation for Steve, like your family vacations were a vacation for your dad.
Right.
It's just like, this isn't a vacation. I'm paying for everything. I'm hauling everything. I'm not having any fun at all. 9:07. And, I got to mention to you, ProLift Garage Doors, 286-9727. They are in the business of repairing that door. It's funny. We look at and repair so many things around our houses. Something gets just a little bit off, and you're like, I got to fix that. I got to get on that. I better take care of this right away. A garage door can creak and groan and squeak and scream all the way up and down for years before anybody goes, I wonder if we should fix that. Your garage door could run smoothly and wonderfully if only you had ProLift come by and give it a nice little tune-up. Doesn't cost a whole lot of money. They can maybe recommend a few things that could be done to it to improve it. Maybe you want a whole new door. Maybe you just got to fix what ails you right now. This is what ProLift does. New doors, repaired doors, any and all makes and models. You can't go wrong with ProLift Garage Doors. 286-9727. Your garage door lets you down. ProLift will give you an uplifting experience. ProLiftDoors.com. ProLift Garage Doors, 286-9727. TMZ had the bold move of putting together a poll to see who liked which halftime show more.
Okay.
Was it Bad Bunny or was it Kid Rock? Which one was going to come out victorious? Of course, in no way, shape, or form was this scientific. When you go online and you go, here, click this thing and tell us which one was better. Kid Rock won 2-1, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. TMZ out of California, probably a bit surprised by that.
One might think,
But to their credit, they went ahead and printed it. You know, they could have just made it disappear, pretended it never happened. They were like, oh, look at this. We were way off. It happens. It happens.
Surprise.
Well, what's really shocking to me, in so much that people, obviously, that is more people watched Bad Bunny, or like I say, I just found out the other day, the most viewed video on YouTube. You know what it is?
Didn't that used to be Gangnam Style by Psy?
That was the first one to reach 1 billion views. Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
But the one that is the most viewed now, Baby Shark.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is moms put it on for their kids, and they leave it on. And it just rotates.
It just
and
repeats.
It keeps showing again and again and again and again. Now, nobody's paying attention to it except maybe the kid. So this is what I say about the Super Bowl halftime show. People were up getting a sandwich. They were going to the bathroom, whatever it was. Bad Bunny was on their TV. They weren't necessarily watching.
True.
If you were watching TPUSA, you went there specifically to watch TPUSA.
And my wife did.
Yeah.
She wanted specifically to have that up, so she was specifically watching it, I think, on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just, because I was streaming it on Peacock, I was streaming the game on Peacock, I just went away from it and went over and checked out what was going on in the Olympics. They happen to have a women's hockey game on, and I'm like, that's better than Bad Bunny to me because I don't care about his music.
Right. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl. I watched the first quarter of the Super Bowl, and I went away. It was just that simple. But it's not just liberals are mad not just at the TPUSA halftime show. They're mad at you for going and watching women's hockey. They're upset that people left the halftime show at all. Like, how dare you? We were putting on this halftime show. It's this is for America, and if you watch the game, you should watch the halftime show. Shut up! I'll watch what I want.
Yeah, then get an act I want to watch.
Yeah, and even then, I don't really care. I didn't care about J Lo. I didn't care about Shakira. The last halftime show I can remember really watching and being interested in was Katy Perry, because I just love Katy Perry. I have no explanation for why. Everything she does, I find it's catchy, it's upbeat, it's very poppy, it's my kind of music. It feels like what I grew up with. It has a kind of a 70s vibe. I just like it. That's the last one I really remember watching.
Honestly, I can't remember many Super Bowl halftime shows going all the way back until Prince.
Yeah.
Many of them just kind of wash over me because, again, it's not really the kind of music I regularly listen
It
to.
was like 2006, I want to say, Prince, 2006.
Yeah, it goes back a ways.
Yeah. I know since then we had The Who, we had the Black Eyed Peas, which were horrible.
Yeah,
I mean,
that was
oh my
not.
God,
I remember watching them just because they
Unwatchable.
were on during whatever Super Bowl party that we were involved in. But you find yourself talking with everybody else during the
Right.
party as opposed to watching the actual halftime show.
Madonna. Oh, I remember I watched Bruno Mars. That was more recent.
Oh, that's true too.
I
forgot
enjoyed
about Bruno
Bruno Mars.
Mars.
He did a good
yeah,
show.
Karen was interested in that one,
Very
so we
true.
watched that one.
Didn't care for Beyonce. Didn't watch any of it. Didn't really want to. So this idea that somehow we should be, everyone should stop and watch the halftime show because it's liberal American. If you don't do it, then you're not American. Yes, I am.
What if I choose a music act that you don't like? Am I forcing you to watch that?
Yeah, that's the other thing I find strange. Look, this has opened the door to the possibility of the halftime show, not just one alternative halftime show. There could be 2 or 3 alternative halftime shows next year. And then you're going to be splitting your audience up amongst a whole bunch of people in a whole bunch of places, and they're going to leave the Super Bowl, which is a problem, which is why the NFL really needs to get their act together and decide to start coming up with stuff that's going to please more of America. I know they love to say, 139 million people were watching Bad Bunny. No, they weren't. You wouldn't be so worried if they were. This wouldn't bother you so much if you had 139 million viewers. The 5 million that left at the time and the 20 million that watched on YouTube either then or later wouldn't disturb you in the slightest. But somehow everybody seems to be bent out of shape about it. I'm like, I'll say exactly what I said at the time, what I said beforehand, and what I said immediately afterward. If you like it, watch it. You don't like it, don't watch it. It's God bless the USA. We got that freedom of choice, don't we? It's a wonderful thing. Kate Middleton and Prince William have broken their silence on the Epstein files to say, I say we're deeply concerned.
And we're supposed to care?
This is deeply concerning to us. Their thoughts remain focused on the victims, said the spokesperson. Oh, yes, very, very concerned about the whole thing. It's just awful. Mostly because Uncle Andy is involved. But overall, really,
There you go.
the whole thing is very disturbing to us, and we're very concerned. Okay. Why don't you go back to kinging or poping or whatever it is you're doing
Princing
over
or
there.
whatever you are.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what you're doing there, but, go back to it because we really don't care what your opinion is on the subject. Lindsey Vonn has to undergo another surgery. This one, obviously bigger than the one that she has gone through before. She was looking at, okay, after the Olympics, I'm going to go get this surgery on the knee that I tore up in the event before the Olympics. But I'm going to get through the Olympics first. Then had this horrific crash.
Which she claims had nothing to do with the ACL, by the way.
I think she's right. I mean, I watched it.
I
and
watched
I'm like,
it too. It
yeah.
doesn't look like it had anything to do with the ACL.
But it didn't do her ACL any good. I can tell
No.
you that.
Mm-mm.
But I don't think it was caused by the ACL. She has the quads and the muscles to work around the ACL. I saw her make a couple of practice runs before that. She was smoking.
She was.
I
She
was just
cooking.
like, for 41 years old, I said, this chick, she's got a chance to be up on the podium. She's got a chance to medal in this thing. Maybe not gold, but she's so good and so fast and so experienced. I was just gobsmacked by the whole thing. And then her first run, boom, out. Out she goes. Horrible situation, nonetheless.
Was it multiple fractures of her leg? If I remember hearing right.
Yep, she has a fractured leg. She underwent a second procedure on her fractured leg following the crash. Airlifted to Cafancello Hospital in Treviso. You've got
Sure.
Italian doctors working on you. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than the Mexican doctors we were talking about earlier.
Hopefully better.
You're going to like it, the work we do on you. Is it going to be beautiful? Let's see. Only needed one surgery to stabilize her leg, or so they thought. Turned out the second surgery was done to prevent swelling and maintain blood flow. That seems kind of important.
Yeah, it would, especially the blood flow. Swelling, I would expect after a surgery.
Oh,
but
yeah.
blood flow, yeah, you kind of need that.
You got to have that. Later moved to intensive care for extra privacy, according to the Daily Mail. All right, well, hopes and wishes for her. Despite posting on X, the ligament was 100% gone. She announced afterward that she would still be competing in Sunday's race after the ACL fracture that she created, a rupture that took place there. Silly, silly woman. Bless her heart. I love the fact that she tried. I know she looked at it and went, this is my last one. I don't see myself coming back at the age of 45 in the Olympics.
Probably not, no.
Mm.
In fact, she came back at 41 is impressive.
It is impressive. Kaylee Cuoco was caught giving her 2-year-old daughter Matilda an iPad and faced a lot of online backlash,
Oh, get over yourselves.
to which she said, I don't give a bleep. I've heard everything about me. I have heard great
Like it.
things. I've heard terrible things. I've been made fun of. I've been loved. And this has been my whole life. So you think I give a bleep if someone cares that I hand my 2-year-old an iPad? I don't care.
Go get it, Kaylee. I like it.
Yeah. Try, it's so easy to be one of these guys who's like, I'm never giving my daughter an iPad. I'm never going to give my kid a screen. I'm never going to this, that, or the other thing. And you're about 20 minutes into parenting and you're like, please, just take my car key. Stop crying.
We have there's a PSA that was running. I don't know whether we still have it. I'd have to go look, but it talks about all the things that you said you wouldn't do when you were parenting, like cleaning off the pacifier by
With your
sucking on
mouth.
it yourself
Yeah.
and doing all that kind of stuff, and you end up doing it anyway.
Absolutely. The compromises you make, especially on a second or third child, from what I understand, I only have the one. But the second or third child is kind of like, you know what? Just take it. Just take the thing. Just go. Good. You want to watch TV for 14 hours a day? Just turn it on. Just keep the volume down, will you? Just stay in there. 9:18 with Dixon and Vining. Our man Steve gets a turn. It's coming up next. I watched the trailer for the Michael Jackson movie called simply Michael. Don't know when it's coming out. Uh,
I haven't heard.
I'm wondering if it is going to tackle some of the controversial issues. They look like they got the guy playing Joe Jackson down pretty good.
Yeah?
A father who's overbearing and troublesome, and et cetera, and mom, and some of the other brothers. And the guy playing Michael looks like he's talented and up for the part. But, they're going to touch on any of the possible fondling of children at Neverland, or, what are we doing?
Yeah, I guess it all depends on how deep they want to dive into his life.
If we want to go warts and all, I'm willing to watch it. But if it's just going to be a whitewash job, kind of like Michael's skin, that was uncalled for, wasn't it?
Saw it coming, though.
Right down Main Street. 924, let's do this.
It's Steve's turn.
Well, speaking of documentaries and things like that, we like to learn about people, places, or events from our past. And we probably have heard a lot of things about, for example, actor Burt Reynolds. But there is a new biography book out about the actor. It's going to tell us some, they claim, lesser-known things. Now, Reynolds died in 2018. Did you know, for example, that at the time that he passed away, he was preparing to star in Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? He was going to play the role of George Spahn, who was the owner of the famous Spahn Ranch, where Charles Manson and his so-called family lived there while they performed the noted murders of 1969, which actually is somewhat central to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A whole lot of people don't know that. However, we know all about famous roles like Deliverance, Smokey and the Bandit, his kind of career revival, Boogie Nights. But this new supposedly tell-all book about his career, not necessarily his whole life, but his career, as the publisher calls it, is set to be filled with details about other lesser-known films, like Starting Over, The Man Who Loved Women. It'll take a little bit more time on the original Longest Yard, movies that we know a little bit better. It also looked at his career as a director. Didn't turn out quite as successful as some other actors who tried directing, but he is known for films like Sharky's Machine, the black comedy The End. The book, penned by two authors, is going to be called The Burt Reynolds Film, is going to cover his entire career, the good, the bad, and the ugly, they say, from his start back in the 1960s into the 1980s at his height of popularity. Pull the covers off the movies that you likely have never even heard of or knew that he starred in. Each chapter covers a movie or a TV role, gives kind of an IMDb type bit of information about his career. Reviews from critics, moviegoers alike. He was the hottest actor. You think about this, going for about a decade, from Deliverance all the way up into the early 1980s. And then he started making a string of bad choices. Stroker Ace could be called one of those. The attempt to recreate the magic, Smokey and the Bandit 2. It'll also go over some of the roles that Reynolds passed on or couldn't take because of scheduling conflicts. One of the most notable ones, I didn't realize this, Burt Reynolds was actually up for a role in the movie MASH. The book is available now. Could be an interesting read if you happen to be a fan of Burt Reynolds. Or, I don't know, maybe you could wait for the movie. Maybe one coming out. Who would play Burt Reynolds now?
Oh, I can't even imagine. You have to find some unknown actor and really work him over. Okay, there's a couple of people I can think of off the top of my head, but they might be a little too old for the part, depending on what role they're going to be playing.
Yeah, especially if you're going to try and portray his life from when he was real young, all the way back in TV shows, all the way up to his last roles.
Age him through. He's been in some of my all-time favorite movies, though. I mean, Deliverance is one of my all-time favorite movies. The original, The Longest Yard, is a fantastic film. Obviously, Smokey and the Bandit, everybody loved that one.
Smokey and the Bandit 2, not so much. Smokey and the Bandit 3, don't watch it.
Yeah, no, Smokey and the Bandit 3 is terrible. Smokey and the Bandit 2 is better than people make it out to be. Almost the entire script was improvised.
I can believe that.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I found so entertaining about it, is it was just like, wow, these guys were making it up as they went along.
Yeah.
I also like those goofy films he was in, the ones where they're racing across the country.
Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run 1, Cannonball 2. They were both,
all-star festivals. They really were.
Goofy and fun.
Yeah.
And, I like the fact that he didn't take himself too seriously. And basically, if he put his name on it, he was in Evening Shade. Remember that show?
I remember that show. Such a good show.
It was a great show.
Mary Lou Henner.
He and Mary Lou Henner and Hal Holbrook as his father-in-law. It was a strong, strong contender. And then he popped up later, and I think it was Striptease with Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he played. Oh, and by the way, Oscar nominated for
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights, yeah.
A role he initially did not want at all.
Did not want it, and is still I think even on his deathbed was unhappy that he did it.
Probably.
But he was great in it.
He was.
absolutely fantastic in that movie. That's why he got nominated for an Oscar. Bruce Dern, by the way, ended up playing the role of Span in the Span Ranch.
That's right. I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
I think the role was originally going to be bigger than it was, too, because they were going to have
Probably.
Bruce do it. Not Bruce, but
Burt.
they're going to have Burt Reynolds do it. And then when he died, he went and died on him.
I know.
How dare you?
What's up with that, Bert?
Come
Timing.
on, man.
Timing.
They went ahead and trimmed it back and gave it to Bruce Dern, a guy who regularly works with Quentin Tarantino. Anyway, you have any interest in seeing this Cliff Holt continuation on Netflix?
Because of the way, and if you haven't watched it, I'm not going to give a spoiler alert, even though it's close to a decade old now. But the way that they ended Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, basically changing history,
Right.
I kind of don't care.
I feel the same way. It's the damnedest thing. I just looked at that and I'm just like, really? I could see doing that in Inglourious Bastards, kind of a little revisionist history.
Sure.
That's fine. Hitler still ends up dying in real life, you know? But here, you know, that's not what happened.
No,
You really,
not at all.
You really changed the end of that a lot. And I was just like, oh, Quentin, no, I don't think so. The rest of it was sort of a love letter to 1970s Hollywood, and it was kind of cool and fun.
Yeah, it was enjoyable to see all the period pieces and the cars and all that kind of stuff, and have a little fun with the idea of Bruce Lee and all that. Yeah, I get it.
Oh, but the guy who played Bruce Lee was astounding in that as well. He was really good. Anyway, so was the guy who played Charles Manson. That was one of 2 times that he played Charles Manson. He could make a career out of that if he's not careful. 9:30, Dixon and Vining. No Vining for the rest of the show, but I'll be here, and then you'll get, what's his name? Skippy Hey Now McLean. That's right. Little Jackson Brown. Song from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. She got to be somebody's baby. 9:36, Dixon of Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Valerie off at some management meeting of some kind where they're deciding whether or not I'm going to keep my job. How about Valentine's Day coming up on Saturday, and you haven't really decided on anything yet? Can I make a recommendation? Contri Brothers gift baskets and flowers. If you are interested in getting something that is going to turn heads, that's going to get people excited, ContriBrothers.com, the place you need to go. Their florists are second to none. They got some world-class florists working for them over there. And then, of course, they have the fabulous baskets. They've got homespun baskets. They've got baskets designed just for your significant other. They've got baskets designed for somebody that you just met and just want to hang out with. It's amazing to me that you can pretty much run the gamut with them. Large, small, something for every price range, and the delivery is exceptional. They're going to get it to who they're supposed to get it to, when they're supposed to get it there. I've never had a problem with Contri Brothers. You won't either, because they're really, really good at what they do. Contri Brothers gift baskets and flowers. ContriBrothers.com. Point, click. It's just that easy. Accept the love and thank yous. Now, there is one thing that they do not have at Contri Brothers, and that would be the Grillo's Pickle Bouquet. That's right. It is a bouquet made up largely of pickles. What the hell? This is an annual thing that they started doing last year. It sold out almost immediately again this year. It proves it's just not a quirky gag gift for people who prefer brine over bouquets. It's a seasonal ritual, a predictable sellout. The refreshed DIY kit returned this year with a collectible glass pint vase, a more over-the-top floral presentation, and expanded availability. The drop sold out again, reinforcing what Grillo's has quietly built over the years, a Valentine's Day moment that lives somewhere between internet joke, inside reference, and genuine expression of affection for the right kind of person. Okay, I have to admit, I really do love pickles, almost all kinds of pickles. Someone gave me a pickle bouquet, and by the way, there's also some pickled peppers in here. In fact, there's a peck of pickled peppers.
Nice.
Yeah. There are also some pickled olives in here.
So you get really pickled on this.
You could get absolutely pickled, and a couple of pickled tomatoes. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm all about it, man. Next year, I'm going to keep an eye out and see if I can't find one of these for me. The mini portion trend of 2026 is in full swing. Even fast food giant like KFC are testing the waters, introducing a handheld version of their Comfort Pot Pie in select markets. This signals the mini trend is moving beyond full meals to meet fans at the intersection of their lifestyle habits. 50% of consumers want smaller portion sizes due to health concerns or personal preferences.
And the other half go to Hardee's.
Well, here's the thing about smaller portion sizes. You can always eat two of them.
That's true.
You're like,
It's one of the jokes. I don't remember the show Alice very well, but I always remembered one episode where the lady walked in and looked at one of the waitresses, might have been Alice, and said, "Do you have a diet plate?" And they said, "Yes." She said, "I'll take two."
I'll take two. Nice. Snickers has responded to the consumer demand at the top of this year, launching their Snickers Ice Cream Minis, featuring the same flavors we know and crave to cater to the customer's occasion. With fans seeking mini-sized items more than ever, Snickers Ice Cream Minis perfectly capture all of the goodness of Snickers ice cream bars and the ultimate multi-textural experience, now in a snackable size, making it easier than ever to enjoy a moment of chill. I will say, occasionally, when I'm at the checkout stand somewhere and they have the little 100-calorie bars, I'm sometimes tempted. I've never actually bought one.
One of these days.
I just don't really eat a lot of chocolate bars,
I got you.
But there are times when I look at it and I go, it looks like just the right size Twix for me. I feel like I could eat that and not feel too bad about myself. 100 calories, come on.
Yeah.
I'll live with that.
Could be a worse way to spend 100 calories.
Wendy's has an exclusive in-app offer celebrating Singles Awareness Day. It's the $1 Dave's Single.
Nice. I like where they're going with that. Of course, you got to go through the app to get it, right?
Yeah, and you have to buy something else, too. I mean,
of course you do.
A Dave's Single with $1, for $1 with purchase. Well, I mean, what can I buy fries with it? Burger keeps it classic, a fresh quarter-pound beef patty, American cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mayo on a toasted bun. No heart-shaped gimmicks, Just a solid burger at a solid price. If your Valentine's plans were expensive, chaotic, or non-existent, Wendy's is basically saying, we got you.
I like where they're going with that.
Apparently, Singles Awareness Day is the 15th. Did you know that?
I always celebrate it on the 14th.
Yeah, I always thought it was the 14th.
Figured just go ahead and put them both together. Why not?
The 15th is half-price candy day. Don't they know that?
Well, that's true, too.
That's certainly what I would call it.
Well, so I do that music trivia on Friday nights, and the boss of the music trivia scene said, hey, are you going to do a Valentine's themed one? And I said, well, I was considering maybe doing something like, you need to do it. And I stopped and I thought about it. I was like, it's also Singles Awareness Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to play a couple of songs that'll be along those lines as well.
For lonely people.
Absolutely.
And Spud.
Spud, if you're coming, I've got songs for you, man.
Yeah, yeah. She got the gold mine, I got the shit. Like every major ice cream brand to the freezer section, Ben & Jerry's always finds a way to deliver quality flavor in each and every one of its conveniently packaged pints of ice cream. Now they have 3 new flavors.
Oh, do they?
Straw Bay Shortcake. Are we
Oh,
still using
what?
Bay?
Please stop.
Can we stop that? Sweet cream ice cream made with shortcake cookies and strawberry swirls, topped with strawberry swirled shipped topping. I don't know what that is. I think it's whipped topping, probably.
I don't want
And
to think.
shortcake crumble.
Sounds pretty good.
Be all
I
over
like
that.
strawberry shortcake.
Do that. PB Blondie Bestie.
Hello.
Peanut butter ice cream with blonde brownies and a graham cracker swirl, topped with caramel swirled whipped topping and mini peanut butter cups.
Huh. I
That's-
like that better.
That's sort of designed for you and your best friend. Your best friend can't have any, of course. It's
That's
just
right.
for
It's
you.
mine. It's all mine.
Mocha Mood Pie.
That's not mine.
Chocolate cold brew ice cream with chocolate cookies and chocolate cookie swirls, topped with fudge swirled whipped topping and fudge chips. Not a big fan of mocha.
Yeah, the
flavored
mocha
anything,
side
so-
kind of lost me. My wife, on the other hand, might like it.
Okay. She can have that for Singles Awareness Day after she divorces you for not liking what she likes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Well, trust me, if we've made 24 years, I think we'll be all right.
Probably, although that was exactly the cutoff point for me. 9:44.
Interesting to note.
General Mills debuts 2 new cereal flavors inspired by Super Mario.
Okay. So I'm guessing these are limited time?
Probably. Designed as part of an effective advertising campaign hyping up the new release of the Super Mario Galaxy movie on April 1st, General Mills is set to roll out colorful new editions of both Lucky Charms and Trick cereal, as reported by the reliable food blogger M&M Twins, on Instagram. The new flavor will specifically include strawberry Lucky Charms and galactic marshmallows, alongside the equally thrilling blue raspberry Tricks. Yeah, equally thrilling.
Blue raspberry tricks?
Mm.
That does not sound appetizing at all.
No, thank you. The ultimate cosmic combination between General Mills' fan-favorite cereals and the upcoming Mario film. The new cereals feature a vivid Nintendo-inspired design, right down to the cosmic marshmallow shapes in the Lucky Charms mix and the marbled coloring of the Trix cereal. While there's no definitive word on when exactly the product is expected to launch, consumers have reported seeing the cereals pop up in major retailers like Target and Walmart as it begins its nationwide release. You know, there are things that I miss about being a kid. But
Sure.
being hyped up about the new cereal on the shelf is not one of them.
Not really, no. We just kind of came across cereals and went, yeah, or no.
Oh, I don't know. When there was a new cereal, I mean, my sister and I would be like, oh, there's something new. We have to try it. And my mom would be like, you didn't even finish the last box. But we want it. We promise we'll finish this one. I swear to God. We're going to finish it, Mom. I
There's
swear.
a part of me that wants to say I remember a Nintendo cereal.
There was one. Yeah.
There was? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered that.
That was a little after my time. You're a little
It was
bit
after
younger
mine,
than
too. I
Yeah.
just seem to remember it being on the shelf and going, really?
Mm-hmm. It wasn't not as bad as the Mr. T cereal.
God, there was one?
Yeah, there was. There was a
I
Mr.
do
T
not
cereal.
remember that.
There was also Urkel O's.
Jeez.
What would they not tie in with, really?
Yeah, anything that they could possibly tie in with. Why not?
McDonald's website crashed after the McNugget caviar set sold out in minutes. That's right. The McNugget caviar kit. They launched
Because when I think caviar, I think McDonald's.
Of course you do. McDonald's launched a special Valentine's Day pairing offering their first ever McNugget caviar kits. But excited fans were left fuming when the kits featuring crispy chicken McNuggets and premium barely sturgeon caviar.
Sure.
Barely? I'll call it barely sturgeon caviar. It's barely sturgeon.
Barely caviar.
Yeah. Sold out within minutes, with some complaining that the website crashed. The McDonald's McNugget Caviar Kit was only available online at McNuggetCaviar.com, free of charge while supplies last. Well,
Aha.
giving it away. Each kit contained a 1-ounce tin of McNugget caviar, a $25 arch card to use for chicken McNuggets, creme fraiche, and a mother-of-pearl caviar spoon. Paramount's Barely Caviar retails for $95 for 1 ounce, so the free ounce is a steal for caviar lovers.
And by the way, just to let you know, if you go to McNuggetCaviar.com now, it
Yep.
says sold out.
I bet. This is all one needs for an upscale yet effortless celebration, they say. McDonald's told Food and Wine that the idea was inspired by fans who have been doing this on their own. They've been pairing chicken McNuggets with caviar long before we made it official. We know our fans want to enjoy elevated experiences without the price tag, so we want to treat you to something special, completely on us, they said. We're pairing savory caviar with our signature McNuggets for a Valentine's Day celebration unlike any other. That either really elevates the McNuggets or completely destroys the caviar. Wouldn't you say?
One would think.
I mean, I've never actually tasted caviar. Can I admit that? 62 years old, I've never tasted caviar.
I never have either.
Maybe one day.
If I don't, I'll live.
I guarantee you this. If I do try it, it's not going to be on a McNugget.
No. I
Near
think I would want to try it the way that it's, originally meant to be done.
Right. Just by the spoonful. Just open the
Pour
can
it
and just
in.
pour it directly into your mouth.
High class place right there.
9:48. Diggs the Divining Question of the Day coming up next. 9:53. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. About to hand things off to Andrew Skippy Haynow McLean and his new little sidekick. What's his name?
Jim, Joe,
Yeah,
Billy Bob, whatever.
Whatever it is. Bird is the word.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. Work Trucks is downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South. If you have not yet purchased a work truck from Work Trucks and you own a business, you are missing out. Because they have got top quality pre-owned trucks of all different shapes, sizes, kinds, makes, and models, all at great low prices. When you drop by the site there, that is worktruckswithanxllc.com, you'll find over 100 vehicles. They'll give you a rundown of each one. They'll be like, okay, here's the miles, here's what kind of shape it's in, here's the cost of the thing. Every one of them's been through a 125-point inspection. They don't sell junk there. No. You can also stop by in person, 2324 3rd Avenue South. If you already have a work truck and you just need it work done, they've got a service center right across the street. WorkTrucksWithAnXLLC.com. WorkTrucksWithAnXLLC.com, where they are all about trucks. Man, they are the Southeast #1 pre-owned work truck dealer for a reason. Steve texts us and says, did y'all forget the meaning of once upon a time? It means something happened or existed a long time ago in an imaginary world. I don't think that's what that means.
It's not the way I caught it. No.
Yeah. I mean, you can say once upon a time before a true story as well. Once upon a time, Steve texted us, and it was stupid. See? There you go. I just did it. It's hard to believe people don't text us more with statements like that I make. Scott says, okay, we're now going to move on from there. Here we go. Oh, yeah, Michelle says, one of the last roles I remember seeing Burt Reynolds in was the strip club owner in the series My Name is Earl.
I do remember that, yeah.
Not only did he play Big Chubby in that, but they did...
I forgot that was his name.
They did a flashback where they had the younger him played by Norm Macdonald.
Which was fantastic.
Hilarious.
Absolutely beautiful casting.
Because he so perfectly had the Burt Reynolds, gum-chewing thing down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's put that down there. That'd be funny. What do you
think? He and Norm Macdonald did that so well on the Saturday Night Live Jeopardy spoofs.
That's about as funny as it gets. Turd Ferguson. Let's see. Fran and Ken say, don't go anywhere, Richard. I hope you were kidding. Dixon and Vining is the best morning show ever. Please don't make any changes. We love you and Valerie. Thank you. I was just kidding, although you never can tell in this industry.
Welcome to this business.
Yeah. I said Valerie was out at a business meeting, some sort of official management meeting, deciding whether or not I was going to keep my job. Hey, that could be the topic of conversation. You don't know. Also, don't forget that Burt Reynolds was in Gunsmoke. That's right.
Very, very early on, yeah.
He played the blacksmith, as I recall. And he also was in a TV detective show, Hawk, I want to say it was called. Something like that.
I think I kind of remember what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of it.
It was like the last thing you saw him in before he started wearing the toupee, because he had very slender hair, very thin hair on top. Even in that show, it was starting to fade on him pretty much. So, yeah. All right, let's do this, shall we?
Dixon and Vining's question of the day.
What is the most romantic movie of all time as we barrel toward Valentine's Day? Most romantic movie of all time, Steve West.
Princess Bride.
Princess Bride, good one. I know what Valerie would answer, so I'll answer for her. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A love of boy and his chocolate. I mean, what's not to love
100%.
there? I'm going to go with Casablanca. It's another one of those. It's a great action movie. Yeah. It's a whodunit. It's a thriller.
I think probably a lot of people would say that's
like
the
Princess Bride. It's a romantic film
it's got a little bit of everything.
Well. Yeah. There's a distinct lack of professional wrestlers in Casablanca.
Well, that's the one thing that's missing.
Princess Bride does have that, though. Let's see. What do we have here on social media? A lot of people saying The Notebook. Perfectly okay.
Never saw The Notebook.
You never saw The Notebook?
No.
Yeah. It's okay.
Is that the one where they put it in the mailbox? Goes through time?
No, that's The Lake House you're thinking of.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock and Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either.
Okay.
If you couldn't tell.
The Notebook is Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, and then their older selves, played by other people whose names I forget.
Okay.
Let's see. An Officer and a Gentleman.
Oh, yeah, okay, I could see that.
Kelly's Heroes. The Love of Gold brought enemies together.
Sure.
Nice. Gone with the Wind. I like Love Actually because it's funny, sweet, sad, all the things. Kyle says The Exorcist. What's wrong with you, Kyle?
Wow.
The Goodbye Girl or Frankie and Johnny. Rocky is the greatest love story of all time. Ba-da-ba. Talladega Nights, love of racing.
Sure.
Forget Paris, True Romance. Up, Disney captured the greatest love story in about 15 minutes.
And then everything else went off into the ether.
True story. When Harry Met Sally, truly the greatest rom-com of all time. Greatest romantic film? I don't know.
Probably so.
Say Anything.
Wow.
Jamie says Bride of Frankenstein.
Sure.
Why not? Somewhere in Time.
I
Lady
haven't
in the...
seen that in years.
I've never seen that. Can you
Really?
believe that? I've
Yeah.
never seen that. I'll tell you
Date
what.
night.
You go watch The Notebook, and I'll watch Somewhere in Time. We'll come back and compare notes.
All right, I'll get to you sometime next year.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe we can go tampon shopping together after that.
You have fun with that.
Return of the Living Dead, says William. Okay. They had to come back for some reason. Let's see. Valley Girl, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, gag me with a spoon.
Moonstruck, Time Traveler's Wife. That's a good one. The Way We Were, The Gumball Rally, Longest Ride, Ghost,
Gumball Rally. The love of cross country.
Dracula. Yeah, I like it. Little Romance, French movie with Diane Lane. I love Diane Lane. Full Metal Jacket. Me Love You Long Time sent my heart into palpitations.
Oh,
says
that it did.
Fever Pitch. He was willing to give up Fenway season tickets for her. That's true, stupid love. 51st Dates.
I agree with the stupid.
I agree with that, too. Picnic, says Bill. Interesting. Love Story. Love means never having to say you're sorry. I didn't find that to be true. Dr. Zhivago, Somewhere, My Love. That's it for us. We are out of here. Back tomorrow, dark and early, 6 a.m. Valerie Vining will be here as well. Andrew Skippy McLean coming your way next. Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5. Bye-bye now.